to show up. Don't forget to hit the like on your way in and your way out. There are some things that I'm about to say I'm sure everybody wants to hear. I'm here. I'm just waiting for everyone in the likes to show up. I really do have some interesting things I need to share with y'all. We got almost 100 people in the room, but what we really need is those likes to match because we need to make sure that they're not cheating us in the algorithm. They do a lot of cheating. Hit the like, hit the like. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on, hurry up. We're getting close. I guess it's the trolls that are refusing to like. Grand Rising all. Oh. You know, it's hard for me to be quiet sometimes and listen to the foolishness that people say and do. Isn't there something, honey? Everybody say I got a big mouth. Everybody say I'm always talking crap. But don't nobody want to ever talk about all the lies that everybody else is telling and why they telling them and what they're doing. The first episode of the Jaguar Right show is available. And I want to thank all 1,000 eyes that have seen it thus far. Been reading the comments. We will be responding. We're going to be interactive because the truth is we want everyone to get the point. The truth is available. The truth is out there. Tammy Wallace's story is... it's the reason why I do everything I do. Yes, we did do it. You know, they've done everything they can do to stop me, to block me, to try to shut me down. And why? How do you watch it? Oh, it's very easy. Just go over to the Jaguar Right show. If you saw the thumbnail when you came in, that's the that's the stuff, the informations. It's just the Jaguar Right show right here on YouTube or Rumble or all the other places we have it. You know, I don't think, and this is why I had to come live, because I really wanted to make sure that everyone understands what they're willing to do to stop me from telling y'all what's actually going on. There's nothing that they won't do. There's no stunt that they won't pull. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Maggie, did you? Oh. And guys, don't forget, Just because mornings with Maggie aren't happening on the Jaguar Right effect, don't mean that Maggie ain't getting busy in the morning. Maggie's going to be live in less than an hour. So what you guys really need to make sure you do is that you get on over there, keep your notification bell on. You know, Maggie is our voice. She's our voice in the night. Yes. She's the voice that make all the trolls say, why? I love it. But yes, the Jaguar Right show has been a long time in the making. It's been something we've been trying to really make sure gets done well and properly for about 4 months now. We've been working. Odell's been working. My God, has he been working? I want y'all to think about this. Whatever you saw, I want you to think about all of the duress that we've experienced publicly while this was being put together in the backdrop. You know, one of the things that I hated most about my first marriage, and that man being the father of my child, the one thing that I hated the most was that at any time, all he had to do was lie, make up a bunch of stuff, go down to a courthouse, file the paperwork, and then it's either I let him win and focus on work, or I fight for what I believe in and work suffers. We have to reschedule. We have to push this back. And then the next thing you know, there's a phone call. Oh, I think they setting you up. What do you mean setting me up? I didn't do anything. I'm telling you, they gonna set you up. And then the next thing I know, I got police at my door trying to ask me things. Shit. Like I don't think people understand that part of the reason why this trolling thing, why I can fight through it so hard, is because I've been dealing with it for years. It's just bad in the public eye when it's all done right out there for everyone to see. But I've been going through this silently in the backdrop since 2008. I've had bad actors coming into my life to gaslight me, inflame me, create fake stories. I've had stalkers following me, watching me. I've been going through this for a very long time. I don't even think people really understand. You're in the middle of a focus meeting. You're in the middle of a focus group. You get a phone call that somebody is saying that they know where you live or they know where you work and threatening to send people to where you live or to where you work, and then you got to stop and you got to take the time. See, whatever meeting you're focused on for your work at that moment gets shut down because what? Safety comes first, right? So now I got to stop doing my work to defend myself against an invisible enemy that nobody wants to believe exists. Doesn't that sound crazy? Just insane. So when I got reporters saying, hey, is there any way you can have those questions done for that interview? Guess what? My safety comes first. So if I'm constantly being threatened, if I constantly have people lying on me, if there is a constant online agenda to just oppose me for no good reason, honestly, we could do a little better with those likes. Over 400 people and less than 200 thumbs, I don't like the way that looks. Sounds like somebody wants to keep the truth from getting out. See, we are very proud of the Jaguar Right show because that's what it's been. It's been a show. But now, we're the curators. We're the authors. Put a 1 in the chat if you've already seen the first episode with our brave survivor, Tammy Wallace. I think people are forgetting she's a survivor. And she's a survivor from a major part of American industry that don't nobody want anybody to know or believe. I pray that your thoughts and your prayers are with her. And thank you for your first super in this chat, Tracy. Appreciate you. No, seriously. I want you to think about all the things that she said. Do you think she's just walking around right now? No. She's got her head ducked down too. You want to know why? Because people like to pull dirty pranks in her life like they like to pull dirty pranks in mine. Yes, she is absolutely a survivor. A survivor that went to court where justice was supposed to have been granted. A judgment was placed. And then everything around her ate up everything just so they could keep trolling her. You know, troll culture in the United States is way too common. And the methods that are used and employed to protect these weirdos, to make the people who tell the truth sound crazy, just so the people who are actually crazy can keep pretending to be sane. She was attacked by her family. She was betrayed by her family. People in her family worked to turn her children against her, just like people did with me and my kids. Why is it the same protocol? Why is it the same system? It's the same. If you listen to Tammy's story and you listen to my story, if you listen to Natanya's story, if you listen to real survivors, you will see it. The same exact methods. The same exact terror. You would think that my first conversation with Liz Crokin would have felt like two strangers bumping into each other rather than two sisters from the Holocaust. That's what we sound like. We sound like Yentl and Yetta who survived the Holocaust. And we're sitting there huddled up together. We made it. We made it, Yetta. Yes, Yentl, we made it. Like it shouldn't feel that way. When you're bumping into someone who's standing as tall as you're standing. But for those coaches who have been getting their good night's sleep for all this time, knowing that nobody is going to do anything to them because the system is going to protect them. Oh, absolutely, Mojiji. Shared experiences, but the thing is, all of our experiences are the same. Do you know how awesome it is when I talk to Liz and when I talk to Natanya and they tell me how happy they am for me and how they hope one day they finally get to meet someone real too? I'm one of the luckiest women in the world. I fell in love with a man who hates all the same things that I do and wants to create all the same change that I create. And I wish that for all of my sisters in truth every day. When you gotta say, I know I'm not that cute. You really shouldn't be this interested. Like when a woman has to say that, because you know somebody sent that person just so they can get close to you and troll your life. Thank you, Not So Dumb Blind. Maggie will be going live in less than 30 minutes. You guys need to make sure that you hit the like. And by the way, I'm checking because you know I mod over there too. Let me see how many likes Maggie got so far. Because if y'all ain't going to like over here, y'all might as well go on ahead and like over there. Maggie only has 7 likes. I need that to look like 100. Like Maggie needs 100 lives. 100 likes when she go live every time, y'all. Like, I don't think y'all understand what we're fighting against. And in the midst of all of that goodness, all of that real stuff, you got all of these frauds sitting around playing in America's faces. Now Mr. Carter's a victim. He got threats. His wife got threats. Really? That's what you got? Y'all got threats? Welcome to the party. People threaten to do stuff to your wife? Hey, Odell, how many times a week do people threaten to do stuff to your woman? No, I'm curious. I just want to ask you as a man.
Yeah, a lot. Many.
Many, right? And for what? What did your woman do? Nothing? Sounds like that's just something you're going to have to suck up, G. Comes along with the territory. Public figures get threatened all the time. What makes you so special? Do you know how many unalivement threats a president gets on regular basis? So what? Oh, they threaten your wife. Oh, they threaten you. Oh. What about all the people you threatened allegedly? What about all the times you've threatened me, sent people to threaten me? You want sympathy, Sean? Get on your knees and pray to Aleister Crowley and see if he can create some for you. I hope they keep threatening y'all. I hope they threaten your dog. I hope they threaten your cat. I hope they threaten your kids. I hope they threaten everything. I hope they threaten your mama. I hope they threaten your daddy. I hope they threaten your cousin. I hope they threaten your cousin's dead boyfriend who cheated on her. I hope they threaten everybody you know. Welcome to the party. You complaining about threats, Sean? You must really be nervous about having to go sit with your friend Diddy. I guess you thought I was playing. I guess you thought I was joking, Sean Carter. And if I hear another person say the name Alex Spiro to me and it's supposed to mean anything other than kiss my ass, that's the God he serves, Aleister Crowley. You want some sympathy? Go pray to your God. You punk. You want to cry? First, you're respectfully dropping stuff because you know y'all done worked out a settlement in the background, allegedly. You know that. And now you wanna create sympathy. Why? You think if you do all of that, that woman gonna let you come home? Newsflash, she's not. She wants a divorce, allegedly. And she wants her good name intact, allegedly. And if she gotta burn you to get it, Sean, she's gonna do it. Wanna know why? Because she is an idiot, but she's a good student. You teach that bitch something, she gonna learn. And you and Diddy have taught her well. She's been sitting around watching the way y'all manipulate people all these years. She's been sitting around watching y'all get away with it for all these years. She's been sitting around watching y'all promised that all of the starlets that were so much more talented, beautiful, resourceful, real than her. Let's be clear. Whatever baby problem you got, Mr. Carter, you created. And her daddy can't stand you. And her mama is only interested in what makes sure she dies a wealthy woman and never has to be scraping and scrambling like she used to have to when she was young before Destiny's Child got their first big check. These are people that are used to living off of their children, sir. You came in and you snaked they number one girl away. Matthew was so busy making her compliant, making her complicit, making her amiable to the way the Illuminati runs. I guess that's why it was hard for you, Matthew. To see that everything that you did to make sure that your daughter stayed yours, that was your mistake. See, Sean Carter was watching, and he knew what he had to do. All he had to do was promise you that he was going to be a great son-in-law and that he was going to bring the business and y'all was going to be great and your daughter was never going to have to worry about nothing or work for nothing. And then the next thing you know, your daughter is firing you. When you teach a girl, when you raise a girl up to think like prostitute, that's how she thinks. And for prostitutes, if they got a pimp down, the best thing to do is find a pimp that's up, right? And her husband made sure she understood that her father wasn't nothing but a pimp down. And he was on the way up. And she latched right on. But it was okay, right? Because as long as she was there, then she could provide for the family. But if they get divorced and Mr. Carter is responsible for most of the money, you know, they a little bit too old to be trying to, pimping ain't easy. Pimping ain't easy. You married a hoe. You promised her you was a good pimp. But she watched. She watched all of the things that y'all made happen so she could be where she is. She saw y'all get away with all of it. You know what I learned about kids? When you teach them something, I mean really teach them something, and they learn, that lesson stays with them forever. I mean, what else is she going to do other than go on tour? Every business they put together in her name to try to create something real has failed. The only thing she knows how to do is be neat. That's all she knows how to do. Dance around in her underwear and play dress up. She could barely speak well, even after all of these years. I mean, she's country dumb. Not the brightest, but she is committed. Like, I'll never forget watching her rehearse back in the day in New York. And I was sitting there and everyone talking about how dedicated she was. Rehearsal spot we all used to rehearse at in New York to get ready for the TV shows and stuff like that. And I'll never forget the first time she heard Joss Stone sing. Me and Beyonce actually heard Joss Stone sing it the first time. She was rehearsing for American TV. She had just got over. I don't understand why don't nobody talk about Joss Stone no more. How they used Adele. How they used Adele to move Joss out of the way. Yeah, also a Brit.
Oh yeah, she was good. I remember.
No, Joss was amazing. I guess they thought they was doing a favor after they ran through her as she had that nervous breakdown. And then they sat over there with Raphael Sadiq so that they could pretend like they was in a relationship to try to sell a record. You know, if Raphael Sadiq can't bring you back once they taking you down, ain't nothing popping. And now look, there is no Joss. All anyone remembers is Adele. Oh, and what was it the MIA said about Adele being loyal to Beyonce over her? But you want to know what? Joss wasn't. Yeah, a lot of people forget about Joss. Yeah, Joss Stone. Her and Amy was out there at the same time. Adele was the sleeper. Y'all remember when Adele hit? It was like it came out of nowhere, right? Like it came out of nowhere. Yeah, Jonathan told the truth about Adele. Jonathan told the truth about everything. It's why y'all gotta forgive me. It's medicine time. Oh, well, Adele has retired and gotten out of the way, so she don't have to worry about keep winning the award that Beyonce don't know how to win. Oh, and by the way, she didn't win Album of the Year. She won Best Country Album of the Year, which was kind of like, I mean, it's kind of proof that they bought the award. Because to pass over all of the great country albums that were set up for a Grammy that got overlooked just so Lil Baby could have something that said something of the year on it. If you wanted it that bad, why didn't you just take it down to an engraver and just have them change it and lie to yourself? You lie to the public. Why can't you lie to yourself? You had 29 Grammys and you couldn't, as much as you lie to the public, you telling me you couldn't have went on down here to an engraver and just got them to put it on there. Like you could have saved yourself all of this. Am I wrong, honey? Much lying as they do, just lie to yourself. Like you did a bunch of lying to get the award. Everybody knows 2/3 of the Grammys you got and you haven't even earned. It's been money and 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 money with everybody thanking you. Everybody thanking you. You ain't that great. You're not. But what I will give you, Beyonce Giselle, is that you hardworking. Plantation, hardworking. Like you can tell that there's slavery in your blood somewhere. Just the way you are, the way you rehearse. I look. And somebody was like, Jag, can you imagine rehearsing that long? Nope, sure can't. If you ain't had that if you ain't got that shit down and figured out in 6 hours, bitch, quit. Like for real, that's how I feel about it. If it takes you more than 6 hours, and when I tell you these people, and Beyonce's shows really aren't that complicated. Like there's been a lot more artwork. There's been a lot more things put into Janet Jackson's shows than ever a Beyonce show. Put into a Sierra show more than, like for real. Like it really ain't that serious. It ain't that deep. Like y'all really, y'all been buying garbage for so long that you don't realize that you should probably stop saying thank you for buying garbage. All of these things, everything about the history of all of it, all lies, all lies, all lies, all. These people ain't telling the truth. Madonna had really great shows too. A lot of women have had better shows than the baby. See, you got to understand something. When your mama and daddy promise you you're going to be a star and they're going to do whatever they have to do to make you a star, and then they spend their whole lives doing whatever they have to do to make you a star and keep you a star, and then you got to get involved with this man even though you really don't like him, and you got to get involved with this woman even though you really would rather be in love with her, but you're not allowed to because you got to be straight, because you got to pretend like you're married. And when your parents tell you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to do this and you got to do that, you start to believe it. I know. There's nothing like being serenaded by God's chorus in the morning. But I'm just saying, let's be real. Because of you, I no longer watch purchasing. Well, then I'll just say you're welcome. And I'll say thank you for saving your mind. Because all they're doing is brainwashing you with the music. So you don't pay attention to all of the crime and the horror and the catastrophe. Like, why ain't nobody talking about A$AP Rocky trial? Why is A$AP Rocky trial like one of the quietest things in the legal world? All these people go into court and don't nobody want to talk about A$AP Rocky trial? Nobody? Rihanna sitting up there in court crying, got them little babies. See, I know why Rihanna crying, because if A$AP go to jail, she might have to bend a knee like Colin Kaepernick. She might have to bend a knee. I wouldn't want my man to leave either. If he was the one thing that was keeping me from being moved around by the Shluminati again. I get it. They were two young people that got trapped up in the game. They were two young people that got lied to about a lot of things. They were two young people that just wanted to make a way. Now they're a family. Rihanna has her business, which makes sure she don't ever have to worry about doing music ever again. She don't want to, and it looked like she don't want to at all. Wonder why? Wonder why such a lucrative career with such a loyal fan base doesn't inspire you to want to share music with them again. Or maybe it's just the conditions that you've been forced to share music in the past that's the problem. Does Justin Bieber look like he's excited to go on tour again? No, he really don't. I'm telling you. They'll say anything. They'll do anything to hold up their illusions. Why is Mary J. Blige going on tour and not to the grand jury? Because Mary, she has the ability to bring down a lot of people. A lot of people. She's been the thirstiest groupie. Because that's really all Mary J. Blige ever was. A glorified groupie that was down for the BS. It's all she ever was. It's all she still is. Like those of us who really know the truth, we ain't got a front. Which is what makes it disgusting that after all this time, I'm still one of the only ones from my generation that knows all the things that I know that was there. Like, I appreciate Gilly the Kid for getting on Shay Say and saying some real stuff, but you need to say it all, G. You need to say it all. Right? You turned down a contract from Mr. Carter, and Mr. Carter blackballed you. You said so as much yourself. Gilly sitting right over there with Shay Shay. So tell me something. Why didn't you tell the rest? Why didn't you talk about the threats that came along with that message? Because everyone that's been blackballed has been threatened. And that's facts. The second you get blackballed, they start threatening you. The second you get blackballed, the threats begin. So why would you tell them about the blackballing, but not the threats? Because the threats came from Mr. Carter and Mr. Carter's association. And Diddy sanctioned it all. Question. Oh no, QAnon is the president of the Trump movement, but Trump is a character they play in the movie out. It will be, oh honey, all will be revealed. Oh yeah, ask Carrie Hilson about all the threats that she got from the Beehive. Threats? That's what you worried about, Mr. Carter? That's what you want to sue Tony Busby about, Mr. Carter? You want to sue Mr. Busby over threats? Oh, nigga, please. You need to waste the paper and everybody's time. That's what you crying over? Threats? As many as you've made to me. Threats? Respectfully, kiss my black ass. Threats? Y'all gotta be kidding me. That's what the Jigga Man over there crying about now. He getting threats. His wife is getting threats. What was it in that email that Tough News had that came in about Kathy White and her meetings and phone calls with Kim Porter? Is that why y'all mentioned my name in that lawsuit? Because I'm bringing people just a little bit closer to the truth. They believe in me a little more. That's why y'all mentioned my name. Really? You getting threats? So what? What you deserve $100 million for threats? You can't say it's because you need better security. You got BlackRock. How don't you feel safe with the company you have guarding your life? You got the kind of government and military background security that should make you would be able to loan the president security and tell him he'll be all right and he'll be all right. What threats are you worried about? What, you need $100 million to pay for the security team you've been had, that you've been paying? Or do you just need the money? I'm just curious. Somebody like you, with all your influence and all your money, the last thing you should be worried about is your safety. With all of the people that you have around you that insulate you, protect you, shield you, cover for you, lie for you, with everything you got going on. You worry about something like threats? I don't know. I'm starting to think that maybe you need a psych eval, Mr. Carter, because you acting out of character, sir. I mean, you are 50-something. You know what I mean? I know you think you young, but you're not. You got AARP card. And I'm telling you this right now, Mr. Carter. Let's be clear. Are you sure you're not having brain, like, cognitive issues? Like you making wild statements that you should have never made. You saying people names that you should have never said. That nigga is old enough for all of them, all four of them letters, A to the R to the P, to apply to him. He got a card. All that money, all that theft, all that illegal, all them illegal transactions, and you too, sir, even get a discount. You get the matinee. You get the matinee. You do. You get the discounted price. Yes, the A to the R to the P. He down with all them letters now. Sure is. Sure is. What you telling me? You know, early onset dementia can really alter a person's memories. I know some people that have gotten early onset dementia in their 40s. Getting it in your 50s really isn't that hard. Hey, what's going on, Sean Clips? Are you sure you're not exhibiting senior moments, Mr. Carter? Is that why your wife is trying to get divorced from you? Quietly and respectfully? I don't know. But I hope I get to do an episode about it on the Jaguar Right show. I would love to do an episode on the Carter's divorce when it is fully commenced, because it's coming. She got you out that house now, Sean. She ain't letting you back in. You not allowed to come to the tour. You want punishment. You want Bayhigh punishment. You can't. You done. You done. You ain't. You in the doghouse. Respectfully, you in the doghouse. And now you want to talk about threats? Y'all getting threats? Welcome to the party. You made it in time just to watch it die. Anybody stupid enough to feel sorry for the Carters about anything that's about to happen next to them? Like, y'all can't be serious. Much dirt as y'all done. Many people as y'all harmed. Many lives as you've destroyed and disrupted. All the terrible things that you've done. And that's what you're worried about? Threats? Threats. Yes, whacked out murals. It's time to watch the party die. There's some people that don't want to go home. But you're going to have to get the hell up out of here. Yes. Because it's over. Now, I want y'all to really pay close attention to everything that's about to happen, because what y'all about to see is what Diddy loves most. A bunch of black people scrambling and scraping. And then I like it when you're scrambling and scraping like that, Daddy. I like it when you're doing that. When he was trying to corner Fab over there at Simp Champs, because that's what they ought to call it. Not Drink Champs. Simp Champs. Because y'all some simping ass fools. All that time you up underneath Diddy and we supposed to believe y'all ain't Diddy bopped. Y'all sat there and let him make that young man uncomfortable right in front of y'all faces. Didn't even say nothing. Y'all just let the diddler diddle right in your face, and we supposed to believe? Justice for Ramir indeed. Justice for Kim Porter as well. Justice for Kathy White. Justice for Erica Kennedy. Justice for Jaguar Wright. You know, there's another key player in this plot to defraud hip hop. I call him Periwinkle. You know, sir, in the midst of my investigations and the survivors that I talk to, I keep running into people that bring up your name. I wonder why. Why would such a cultured gentleman like yourself constantly keep being mentioned around horrible things unless you were involved in horrible things? Am I wrong, honey? Oh, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith are acting very strange. They should be. Wouldn't it be crazy if of all of the people that the diddler consorted with, it was the Smiths that ended up on that RICO? You know, it's funny. Everybody had their own interpretation of what that foolishness on Jaden's head was. What if it was just a lot more simpler a message than we gave it credit for? Maybe it was just a big house hanging over his head. A big house. What is it that they call jail? Like when they say they sending people away, they sent them to the slammer or they sent them to the big house. Indeed, justice for Aaliyah. We would have so much rather had her around right now. I'd rather see her be all the awesome that she was than see Mrs. Carter run around in her drawers with her ass cut out. Like that's gonna make it look like there's some there. I'm just tired. I'm tired of all the games and the foolishness. Ain't y'all? That's what you want to sue Tony Busby for $100 million for threats? That's interesting. Sounds like a straight bitch move to me. Pure bitch. More bitch than your wife. Because let's be honest, even Curtis said, she's like an attack dog. Just like Papoose and then Clarissa. What's up with all these men running around with all these real masculine women? Yeah, justice for Left Eye. She frustrated Clive Davis. I mean, she frustrated him. Justice for Prince. Justice for Michael Jackson. I told y'all there was a plot. There was an agenda that Puff was on to get rid of all of the real talent. I talked about it with Storm Monroe back in 2020. That was his agenda, get rid of all the real talent and replace all of the greats with a bunch of bums who they dressed up and they made look like they were something, who needed them in order to stay relevant. People like Beyonce, people like Mary J. Blige. People like Erykah Badu. So nobody would notice that they got rid of all of the talent. Because see, the real talent they couldn't control. The real talent knew it was them that was running the show. And they wanted all of these artists to feel not only trapped in, boxed in, but owned. by these companies. And in every one of those labels, there have been government agencies monitoring everything. The Harvard Report. It's a book we need to review. It's a book regarding how the United States government actually put operatives. Yes, Tevin before Usher, before Bieber. Sometimes I really wonder what happened to Menudo. And why don't Ricky Martin really talk about his time with Menudo? You know, he was the smallest boy in the group back then. The littlest one. And don't get me wrong, but when you go back and listen, Menudo, New Edition, yo, man, it don't compare. But that was Menudo. Menudo was like the Latino New Edition. That was the whole point. Yeah, the Harvard Report. And these are true and factual things. Government operatives given jobs put inside record labels to monitor the output of the music and the messaging, and to influence and encourage the music and the messaging. Oh no, allegedly all of Menudo was assaulted on some Disney, Nickelodeon type ish. Yeah. They gave Ricky so much crap when he decided to come out of the closet because the Living La Vida Loca was so big and he was loved by all the women, and then women were just crazy about Ricky Martin. Crazy about Ricky Martin, all to find out he was gay. Well, I mean, it makes sense. The kind of stuff that they were doing to those kids back then, forcing them on camera. Yeah. Ricky, very handsome, very gay. I guess everybody forgets. It's wild because it all happened right in front of everybody's faces. Maggie about to go live, y'all. Couple minutes. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button when you go in. Since I'm a moderator there, I think it's fair that I get to ask it here. And whenever you're ready.
I forgot I had this tool in my documentary. Look who popped up.
Dwayna Wade! Dwayna! The Jaguar Right Show. So our show, our production. Creating ran by us. For us. For y'all, by us. Rather than FUBU, FIBU, for y'all, by us.
Who was that? It was Kai.
Next to a Justin Bieber?
Right.
Wow.
I'm talking about celebrity worship.
Wow. You know, for all the celebrities they worship, I wish they cared enough to ask why a lot of them got moved out of the way. Like when I see
Oh, remember
diehard
when
Aaliyah
that?
fans,
Remember when this white girl said that she got impregnated by Justin Bieber when he was 17? You remember
yeah,
this?
yeah. A lot of people don't though. You feel threatened, Mr. Carter? Is that what it is? You feel threatened? Oh, you feel threatened, Mr. Carter? Oh, you finally saw my Coca-Cola commercial? Yeah, I was pregnant with Sam. That goes to show you how long that was. He'll be 23. He'll be 23 this year. Went like that. That went so fast. Well, Maggie's about to go live. The first episode of the Jaguar Right show is available. All you have to do is look at the thumbnail. That's all you need to do. Part 2 is going to get a little more intense. Tammy and I are going to be walking through our assaults to give people the understanding that there are key markers and key signs that can let you know that you might be in danger or that danger might be imminent. And there are ways to spot and notice certain behaviors. Predators are not original. They work on script. You know, it's like paint by numbers domination. You know, I think for a lot of these people in the world, they expect that all of these crimes being committed, all of these horrors and atrocities are being put together by intelligent people, but really it's really not that way. You know, you could have a serial unaliver that gets away with it for months, sometimes years. Some have even gotten away with it for decades. And not because they were smart. Because they know that people don't pay attention. And they know how to live in that space. They know that people don't believe what they see right in front of them. So they just keep operating and just try to be careful. But they always slip up. And guess what? When you come to get to know these people, you come to find out they're not brilliant. They're not geniuses. They were just smart enough to take advantage of how stupid humanity is. Am I wrong, honey? You don't have to be brilliant to run a hustle. You just have to be dedicated to running it. That's all. We all worried about the wrong things. But what I will say is this. If I see any sympathy about these so-called threats for those very rich villains, oh, I'm going to run down on you. I'm going to run down on you and I'm going to talk real talk to you until you get your mind right, because you done lost your damn mind. As many people as they threaten. Have you listened to any of Ramirez's interviews lately? Still threatening? And we supposed to be worried about him He's got presidential security. Threats? You shouldn't be worried. You shouldn't be worried at all. You tough, right? You a tough guy. You real smart. Everybody's afraid of you. You think you're God, right? How does a man that think he's God be worried about threats? Does that add up? That don't add up to me. You ran around telling the whole world to call you God. Who needs to worship a God that's afraid of threats? I'm curious. Because see, the God that I serve, people have said all kinds of things. They've tried to curse him. They've tried to out everything God. They've tried to out God so many times, I don't even know. And guess what? God don't say nothing. Yeah, Jehovah. He said his name is Jehovah. You're God, right? You're God. But you had to go live at the house in the Hamptons, all tucked away in the winter when it's gray and not as lovely. But you God? What kind of God has to go to the doghouse? Right? Ain't he God? That's what you've been telling all of these people all this time. You God, right? You God, but you had to respectfully. I don't need a God. I don't need a God that's afraid of anything. Who y'all been worshiping? Y'all should probably go get your money back. Because whatever tithes you've been paying into that demonic construct, y'all really got robbed. Y'all got robbed. You God, but you worry about threats, huh? I'm going to tell you what, you big lip punk bitch. I'ma dance. The day they put the handcuffs on you and you do the perp walk, I'ma go viral like never before. I'm going to get every device that I have and I'm going to go live on every relevant platform I got available. And I'ma dance. I'm going to play Pac, Big L, Biggie, Aaliyah Records, like everybody that you destroy or help destroy. I'ma play their record and I'ma dance. I'ma dance until I get tired. I'ma dance for all the world to see. I'm gonna dance. I'ma dance until I get so dehydrated that my spit go dry without me smoking weed. I'ma dance. While your wife runs around saying no comment to social media, I'ma dance. Girl, twerk. We gonna twerk on it. We gonna twerk on your jewelry. You can pull whatever stunt you want to pull. You can create whatever diversion, distraction you want to create. We're just going to sit here and keep busting y'all asses up with the truth, and it's just that simple. We are not going to stop. The Jaguar Right show is real. People want to say what I don't do. Y'all about to find out exactly what we do. Right here, live in front of your faces. I want to thank all over 1,000 people who have already watched the first episode of the Jaguar Right show. I hope you appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Even in the midst of everything that's been going on, all of the false accusations, all of the craziness, all of the lies, all of the conjecture, we were still able, all of the threats, because we get threats, don't we, baby? Boy, we get threats. Man, you want to talk about threats? And don't nobody get threatened like me and Odell on a daily basis, right, babe? Man, threats? You don't know about no threats. Man, you want to sit up there and you want to look. If you can sue Tony Busby for threats, I definitely need to get me a lawsuit going against the Carters, because y'all done paid all of these fake people to come after me and threaten me every day, every night. You worry about threats? My. What do you mean, where's Ava Baroni? She's on social media, sticking her tongue out, lightweight promoting the OnlyFans. That's where Ava at. Where Diddy at? Oh, threat, yes, threat, shrets, yeah, schmets and all of that. You think I'm going to sit here and allow y'all to get sympathy for threats? You think you should get paid for threats? Just tell the truth, Jigga Man. Tell the truth. Tell Busby the truth. Tell him you running down on him because you want to know who really hired him, who's really behind him. You want to know. I want to know too. I want to know. Yes, I want to know. What really happened to Uncle Ryan? It's a good question. I wish I could answer. Y'all should ask Big Homie CC. I think he might know something about Uncle Ryan. You know, he's very informative. He has a lot of great information. Or at least I've been told. Wouldn't it be wild if Uncle Ron ain't dead at all? Oh, man. Wouldn't that be wild if Uncle Ron was alive and well? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Look at Amber Rose.
Amber? That's Amber?
That's Amber Rose.
Oh, my God. The spell has fallen. Ooh, Doja Cat, you better look at Amber. You better keep that witchcraft up. She look like an old white woman. Oh, Amber. Oh, Amber. Oh, my God. Oh, child, you aged. And the black lip liner is not the thing. No. Are you kidding me? That was Amber?
Mm-hmm.
You got it. She looked like an old Italian woman from down the Italian market. She look, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. It's over. It's over. It's over. Oh wow.
And it ain't about looks, but
Oh, she Schluminati doubt.
it's not about looks.
They done ran her.
Yeah.
Cause that's her.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh man. Pimps up, hoes down. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Pimps up, hoes down. Cause she down. She down.
I finished the bylaws.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Sucked up all her life. Oh, them tattoos ain't tattooing. I'm telling you, this stuff don't age well. Now look at the difference between Amber and Angie. Now see, this is the proof in the pudding. You can see where God was and you can see where God wasn't. Amber Rose and Black China came up same time. Ran the same circles, yes? How does Angela White, Dr. Angela White, even though she looks mature, she looks demure. She has aged, and even with all of the plastic surgery that she's gotten removed, she's putting great care into restoring her natural self. And she looks beautiful, doesn't she, babe? Like Little Peanut. Oh my gosh, just like Little Peanut. And the babies are so beautiful. Look at this bitch. Look at this bitch. No, because I remember her. I remember her. Don't forget, I just told the story about her.
Yeah.
About how she slid in. About how she got on.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Paris being out, being on the bench list for a second after the twins. If it wasn't for that. And I mean, and Allen Iverson was one of her regular customers. And he used to see the reason why Paris made so much money was because she was B&D and SNL. Like me. But she was a submissive. She wasn't a dime. She was known because she could take a beating. That's why she got paid extra. Like all of the girls thought she was getting paid extra because she was doing something extra. And I mean, technically, she was. It's just what she was doing wasn't what they thought. She specialized in abuse. And all of these celebrities that she was with, every last one of them, they beat the crap out of Paris. That's why that day when I came to pick her up off City Avenue, and I'm like, and when I seen her black eye and her like the bruise on her cheek, it was just, it looked like it hurt underneath. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, who done this to you? And she was like, oh no, it's just, he paid extra for it. It's okay. He just got a little, he went a little crazy today. Who went a little crazy today? Brian McKnight. You telling me Brian McKnight did this thing? I was like, and I had my gun in the car. I was about to go upstairs. And she grabbed me and she said, no, you can't. He pays extra for this. He paid extra. Allen Iverson paid her extra. Mayweather paid her extra. It's hard to care about somebody because I've known Paris since we was kids. We first met when I was, 12 years old? At the skating ring. We ended up going to the same high school for a short while. And she hung out over Mom's house. Raised Mom. Raised Stacy. Even back then, her mothers were already preparing her for prostitution.
Mm.
Her mother and her aunt. Guess what? Her aunt got a son. Guess what his name is? Jimmy. Most people call him Kamal. From the Roots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'll never forget the first time me and Kamal had a conversation about his cousin Paris. And me asking him to help me figure out a way to make it possible for her to get out the game because she done too much. She been through too much. That affair she had with Eric Trump, like all of it. And Kamal said, all of them white bitches in my family is hoes. That's what they do. She gonna be a hoe just like them, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. Oh! This is blood cousin. Their mothers are sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Your cousin, your first cousin, is getting ran through and beat down for extra cash by everybody you work with. And that's all you gotta say? Fuck you, Jimmy. These niggas ain't shit. Like, these niggas ain't shit. And it's just... But if Paris hadn't have been on maternity leave, which was doubling as another abuse attack because she got beat up by her boyfriend right before she had the twins. She was also recovering from broken ribs. Broken ribs after giving birth to twins. He was kicking her ass even while she's pregnant. Nobody would do anything. All I could do was stand in the gap for her, watch out for her, and be there for her to pick up whenever she needed a ride. And there were times when she needed a ride, man. There were nights when I had just got on stage at the club and I'd get a phone call and I'd have to call the cavalry. We had to go. Got a little too rough tonight. People don't understand. You want to sue for threats? Shit. You want to sue for threats? Oh, who are the Roots? The band on the Jimmy Fallon show. Those assholes. Those rats. Let Sean Carter come to our beloved city and run through it like a $2 hoe. And you expect everyone in Philadelphia to appreciate y'all for bringing that trash. all through our streets? I think not. I think not. I really do think not. I think if you think that, you done lost your mind. You know, there's going to come a moment in this whole situation where everything is going to come real clear. And there's going to be a bunch of people standing around. Some of them going to be like me. My facial expression never changes. Some of y'all just going to look downright. Not be able to close your mouths for weeks. It must suck to need somebody to be wrong so bad that you willing to bet it all for it. Mr. Carter, I got you, sir, whether you like it or not. You know it. I know it. Let's run out the board. Let's run out the clock. Let's run out the time. But let's stop playing with each other's intelligence. I know you're listening. I know you're watching. I know that. And I'll bet you on your A to the A to the R to the P card that I got you cold. So, on that note, everybody, thank you for the 500 likes. Thank you for being here. It's time to go kick it with Maggie. And when you get a chance, don't forget to subscribe to the Jaguar Right show. Meet our first survivor, our first warrior of truth. You know, that's what this channel is all about. That's what the Jaguar Right show is all about. To give you guys the ability to see what they hide. To show you the perseverance. To show you the reason why I can do this is not because it's just happening to me. No, it's happening to a lot of people. Y'all just don't see it. That's all. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, if you think he's not guilty, then sweetheart, you really do live in a dream world. And I'm gonna make sure that I mark that report that comment there for misinformation. Like, I don't think y'all get it. I stand on what I stand on. What I say is what I say. And usually, what I say is just what is. That man is guilty as sin. I've been saying it. I ain't fixing to stop saying it. That's what it is. But if I gotta rip down everything around him, if I gotta take every last one of his sins and stack it against him until it turns into a fallen bridge, then that's just what I'm gonna do. This ain't gonna be easy. And it ain't gonna be quick. What I will promise you is it's going to be epic. Like everything else I do. I don't know why everybody want to be so soft in the mind. But when a bully starts crying publicly, please know it's a hustle. When a bully starts crying publicly,
For sympathy.
when a bully who bullies women and unacknowledged children, a financial abuser cap artist extraordinaire, greatest capper of all time, always moving the goalpost ass nigga. When niggas like that start crying in public for sympathy and considerations, respectfully, kiss my black ass. All the threats you've issued in your life, and you complaining about getting a few, welcome to the party. Glad you made it here in time to watch it die. I'm playing the world's tiniest banjo right now. Right now. You know, we should get a little banjo for Jaguar. That's what we should do.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Because Jaguar's coming, y'all. We just got the call from the doctor. She's almost due. Is she, babe?
Mm-hmm.
We got to get Jaguar a little banjo. Yes, we do. Because from here on out, I think when it's time for me to start popping my ish, I think it's just better I let Jaguar do it. I think Jaguar will break it down for y'all. Oh, yes, honey, the chickens. Yes. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I might have to change that to cock-a-diddy-doo. No, Diddy. Cock-a-diddy-doo. Yo! Did he do that? He do that. What's Moran calling? Shout out to Moran Morelli. What's he calling? The Glock 3000? Yes, cock-a-diddy-doo. Oh, Lord. Yes, the Glock. Yes, shout out to Moran Morelli. And the Glock 3000, no Diddy. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to keep going until everything that y'all names represent is a public service announcement for why we need a cruelty-free world. Why we need a cruelty-free society. Cock-a-diddy-doo. Yeah, you getting threats. Good for you. That means it's starting to get real for you. It's been real for us. We need a cruelty-free society. Keep bitching about them threats. I'll keep sitting here playing the world's tiniest banjo. Simply asking, I want to know. Is your cuckolding via video? Because baby ain't let you in the house. You in the doghouse, dude. Cock-a-diddy-doo. Oh, I'm just getting started. Y'all enjoy your morning with Maggie. I'll be over there. I'll be in the chat. I'll bees in the chat. Big bees in the chat. I'll bees in the chat. Big bees in the chat. Hey! Listen to me. Diddy better be singing my song. He better be singing free. I don't think he gonna get it though. Free! You act like you wanna be going to the hospital, looking at the Grammys, wishing for Miami. Free! The No Diddy remix. Yes. Lord and Lord. Oh. Oh yeah, guys. I just had to tap in. Just let y'all know. Thank those who have already gotten over there. Subscribe to the Jaguar Right Show. Go meet our brave survivor Tammy and come take this journey with us. All right. See y'all soon. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate y'all. Maggie, take it away. Get on over there. It's time to head to the Owl Country, where they don't ask who, they ask why. Peace. See y'all later.